Harry Triguboff, appreciate your time. How is business at the moment?
How's business? Very good. Excellent. Couldn't be better.
Do you think the current balance is right? Is the industry building enough homes to meet supply?
In one word, I think we're matching. And now I'll tell you why I think so. Because the rents are steady. Prices can be influenced by interest rates. Rents are not influenced by anyone. That's just supply and demand.
The Reserve Bank's been quite vocal lately, warning buyers and investors that property prices don't necessarily go up all the time. Do you think buyers have a right to be cautious?
I think buyers always have to be cautious. When we had a very depressed market for many years, market started to move up. It doesn't move up everywhere at the same level. Some moved up and some didn't. Like you take very cheap areas around the western suburbs that moved up probably the most. And then you can take areas like Surfers Paradise or Brisbane or Pittwater. They didn't move up at all. What's happening now is those areas that were left behind are catching up. But the areas that have gone up, like Moore Park, like the city, like Chatswood, Hurstville, they have reached their level.
The Reserve Bank says it may be considering macro-prudential changes, or at least alluding to it, tighter lending standards possibly. Others say that negative gearing should be scrapped. What do you think?
We should allow everybody who wants to invest, whoever they are, investors or home buyers or first home buyers, they should all be helped. We shouldn't start by saying you can get money and you can't get money. Once we start this crazy interference in the normal running of a market, it's always bad. Because you interfere once this way and then you interfere once that way and nobody knows what's going on. Let the market find its own place. Now, negative gearing, that's nonsense. There's negative gearing on shares, on everything else. So why talk about this? I'm sick and tired of listening to the share market that talk that way. It's all their talk. They've got nothing to be scared of. The market also finds its level for them too, just like for me. It's the same market.
Now, the perception is that foreign buyers are driving up property prices. Would you agree?
It started with them driving them up, that's true. But it was a coincidence that they came at the same time as the interest rates went down. If you look at the statistics, you'll find it's about the same time. So it looked as though they really caused it to go up. But as I said before, in many areas which had gone up, they're not going up anymore. They're just picking out where the areas that have been forgotten. So the market is steady, really, in my opinion.
Now, there is no doubt property prices are rising across the country, but where do you see value? Where are you buying?
From where we sit, I still think that Queensland is very good. I think Surfers Paradise is very good. I think Brisbane is very good. In Sydney, it's all very good, but they started to reach that plateau. It's not a valley. I don't see any valleys. I don't see any peaks. It's there. That's the price.
Is there anywhere you wouldn't build?
Everything is based on supply and demand. Historically, we built too many very expensive apartments. We don't take into account that there is only so much money around. And this is why we often have problems. That's one end of the market. The other end of the market where I say we should have some very expensive units, but very few. So one must watch if there are too many built. I don't know. I never touch them. I mean, at the moment, if a unit is worth $1 million, $1.5 million, that's as far as I'll go. But that's always been my way of doing it, never changed. Now, I would never buy where there is not enough money around. So the next problem we have in this country is this. There are very many places with beautiful views, And it looks as though you can't go wrong building there. But if you see few people there and little money there, then please stay away from it, unless it's a very small and modest investment.
We've spoken a lot about foreign buyers individually coming in to buy property. There seems to be also some Asian companies coming into Australia, Fraser's buying Australand, for example. So how close have you come to selling your business, and is it an option?
I find that the Asians really don't understand Australia. I'm talking about the big guys. The little guys, they come and buy units, they seem to understand very well. But the big guys, in my opinion, don't understand. It would be difficult to sell to them. I mean, Fraser's buying Australand is different. Fraser's have been here for many years. They do understand. And Fraser's are all over the world, so they understand it very well. But these other ones, and they're big companies, huge companies in China, and the reason they don't understand Australia, and I don't think they ever will, is because it is so difficult here, and the market is so small here, that why should they bother to understand it? So the only one who will buy me is who will decide that he wants a presence here, and he doesn't want to be bothered with it, so he'll buy me and say, right, you have it, so you run it for me. And there might be somebody like that. But really, it's a different world. And I've already had enough to deal with them to understand that.
Okay, Harry Triguboff, appreciate your time. Thank you.